Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your girl Desiree. Just coming here to say what's going on today with y'all. Today is nice out. As you can see, the sun is shining, but tomorrow and the next day is supposed to be raining. Anyway, so um, I was up at 2. I didn't go back to sleep until, no, I was up at 4. I didn't go back to sleep until 8 o'clock this morning. And I don't know why, but I got a lot on my mind, so that's what makes it a little difficult for me. So, um, maybe it's stress, maybe because I got anxiety, maybe because I'm going through depression, maybe because I got so much on my mind I need to do that my mind is going and my body won't rest and my mind won't rest. So, then went back to sleep. I heard an alarm go off. I knew it was 8 o'clock, and I was like, okay, it's time to go back to sleep. I need to go back to sleep. So when I woke up, it was 12, but when I woke up this morning, it's like, seriously, like, I just don't feel good. Like, all weekend, Friday, the kids got up, they went to school. It was like, they almost missed the bus. So I had to get them up. They got out of here in time. So glad about that. So, let's see, Friday, me and my mom went out to go take care of some things, and um, like ever since then, it's just like my body's just been not not going the way I wanted to. So um, it could be I'm dehydrated, but I don't know. Like, I drink enough water, at least I try to. Um, um, I just woke up and like my whole body felt literally like it was heavy. And oh, somebody's texting me. I have to wear glasses. Yes. Okay. Okay. So anyway, so um, it's like at times, when you're going through things and you're wondering why you can't get ahead, you can't make it. It's like that's when your body starts acting funny. So like uh oh, and then I'm talking about something else too. So last weekend, um, I hooked up with this guy. He's pretty cool, and I felt like we was gonna be on the up and up. Oh my goodness! And seriously, mm mm, mm. I'm very open. Wow! Oh my goodness. Okay, so anyways, back to this guy. I'm just gonna call him H. H is like, seriously, seriously. I can't. I after like 2 days. Um, like, okay, the first night we met, we got drunk together, seriously, and um um this dude this dude is okay. Anyways, we got drunk, and okay, he came over. It was Friday last weekend, Friday night at 8 or 9. He did not leave here until 5:30 the next morning. He didn't sleep. I slept for about 30 minutes. Anyway, so we're talking. I think we ate some food and we're watching movies and we was drinking. Well, he was drinking way more than I was. So he's like, "Oh my goodness." Okay, so Oh my goodness, this dude. Okay, so um, he's like, I think I found what I'm looking for in you, and I was like, at that day, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I felt it, but then okay. So anyways, back to H. Um, so that morning he left and um, he had to be at work at 4 o'clock that afternoon. So he goes to work and he texts me, sorry about it. He texts me at about 6:30 or something like that. And he's not supposed to be off work until 1 in the morning. So I thought he was gonna text me, hey babe, how you doing or whatever. And he tells me I got fired. And I was like, what? How you y'all, I don't know. I don't know. So then he tells me be able to be, he says, I will be able to be hired back in 30 days. And I was like, I said, okay, something ain't right about this. So anyway, so he then he tells his coworker, I think I found my soulmate. Okay, so comment down below if y'all have ever experienced what I'm about to tell y'all. So he tells a coworker, I think I found my soulmate. Okay, when you tell your a coworker about somebody that you just met, their reaction to you is, you are so dumb. Shouldn't y'all defend yourself? Because it's like, okay, there's people who want to be in love, there's people who want to play you, there's people who want to dog you out, there's people who want to just mess you all up. So if somebody says you're dumb because you say you found your soulmate, you want to basically defend yourself. He proceeds to tell me I didn't say nothing to that person after that. I was like, why not? Okay, because when you tell somebody I found my soulmate, that's supposed to be a beautiful thing for you in particular. So I was like, okay. So moving along, um, he comes over Sunday, yeah, last Sunday, and we go out. He comes over, and I guess he's getting sick, and but see, this is what he tells me. He's starting to clear his throat, but it's going on like excessively. And I was like, what's wrong with you? So he proceeds to tell me that a while ago he worked in a company and he had problems with his chest, and he's had a like thing going on after that. So he's like, I was like, so what helps with that? He's like, with tea. He said tea. So I got up and I made him some tea. So he's telling me I'm hungry. He said, I want to go get something to eat. So what do you want to do? And I was like, I said, well, I said, it's up to you. I said, but, um, okay. Mind y'all, he don't have a car. So, I mean, that's not a big deal with me, but we got to get around. Okay. Okay, this story is long. Y'all just might as well sit down, get you some tea, go prepare you some coffee. Go pause this and go get you some coffee or tea or a snack because I got a story. So anyway, I make him some tea. He's okay. He's 37 years old. He's attractive. He's taller than me. He said he's 5'11", but maybe 5'10", 5'9.5", whatever you want to call it. So I was like, whatever. But anyway, so he's a little goofy, which I really didn't mind, but it started to get out of control. So I was just like, I was like, okay. So we're sitting on the couch and we're drinking. Okay, anyways, we're sitting on the couch. He's drinking his tea, and he gets done drinking his tea or whatever. And I was like, okay, so what do you want to do? What do you want to eat? He's like, well, is there a Taco Time or Taco Bell near here? And I was like, yeah. I said it's about less than a mile from here or whatever. So he finished drinking his tea and he's like, yeah, let's go to Taco Bell. So I don't know if some of y'all, all y'all, and if y'all are new to my channel, y'all don't know, but I have arthritis in my left leg. And I have a problem with walking, not even a long distance, but a distance. I have a problem with that. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this is really not cool right now. And I said, okay. So before we leave, he's like, oh, I gotta go take a number two. But he doesn't say it like that. He's like, oh, I gotta go. How does he say it? I gotta go take a shit. I was like, TMI, because I really did not need to know that. So, and I was like, I said, why you gotta tell me that? And if you're grown, okay, you gonna say what you want to say. You gonna act how you want to act, but you're just barely getting to know me. We've known each other for 2 days. Well, Sunday was our third day, so it's like I really was I was thrown off. My whole thinking, y'all, was just thrown off, and it's just like, okay, you could speak your mind to me, but okay, you're just getting, like I said, you're just getting to know me, and I don't need to know all that. I was, I was thrown off. Okay, so he goes to the bathroom, and the whole time I'm thinking to myself, what the heck did I get myself into? So, um, he finishes in the bathroom, and I said, "Did you?" He's like, "Yes, I washed my hands." I was like, "Okay." So anyway, so we leave, and we're walking. I was literally in pain. It took what is like a 10-minute walk could turn into 30 minutes for me. I had to stop. I had to sit down. I was like, I'm hurting. I'm hurting. So we got up. I was okay, but it's a far walk for me, literally. So I was on my leg, and I was like, oh, the pain. So we got to Taco Bell. I ordered two the Dorito Locos tacos, the Supremes, which are my favorite, and I got what the hell we drink? Pink lemonade. And he orders four different things. And he has like two small like chili cheese burritos, and then he has a chimichanga, and he also has a burrito cantina. I think y'all know what it is. A burrito. No, not, it's a cantina steak burrito, which is like it's literally like this big around, and it's pretty long. So he's sharing this food with me, of course, and I was like, can I have a bite of that? So he gives me some, and he lets me have a bite of his chalupa, and I mean, he's letting me share his food. So but I'm like, dude, you're greedy. But he's like 100 and, no, he's like, yeah, 100 and, 100 and, y'all, I don't know, 80 maybe. So he's cool. Okay, his height is, anyway. So, okay, we're eating, and he brings napkins to the table. He's eating, and it's like he's getting food everywhere. Okay, so am I, but who don't? You know, if you eat, I know y'all eat, and it's like you're not gonna always be good up in here while you trying to get your grub on, especially when you're really hungry. And I was like, I had to literally take a napkin like 4 times and wipe his mouth myself. I'm like, dude, you're not two. You grown. I was like, that threw me off again. So, okay. So, okay, so anyway, we go to Fred Meyer's, and we go get some donuts. Yeah, I know I shouldn't have a donut, but whatever. So anyway, so we go in there, and I've been applying for nanny jobs. So I told him, I said, it might come a time where I'm gonna have to move, because being a nanny, y'all know, some nannies do a live-in nanny job, which I was considering because of the problems that I'm having, trying to get trying to have a full-time job and up on my feet. So I told him, I said I might have to move. The first thing that comes out of his mouth is, "Oh, so you're going to leave me?" That turns me off again. That's another thing that turns me off. And I said, okay, it's really not about you. I said, it's something that I have to do for me and my kids. Okay? So, oh, sorry, my parents, because I'm having issues there. But anyway, so um, he's like, "You're going to leave me?" And mind y'all, right before, well, was it right before he got here or the night? Um, when he first got here that last Sunday, he told me that he was adopted. And he felt abandoned, basically, because he was adopted. Um, his mother gave him up for adoption, and then his adopted parents passed away. And I was like, I said, okay, what you have, I said, and I basically had to break it down for him. I said, things happen for a reason. Things happen that we cannot control. And I said, it's not that you were abandoned. I said, do you know why your biological parents abandoned you or gave you up for adoption? No. I said, because your adopted parents died. I said, passed away. Basically, it's like they didn't abandon you. I said, everything happens for a reason. So then when he asked me, was I going to leave him? It was like, y'all, I can't do, I'm still trying to get myself back together. I'm almost there. I'm almost getting there. But it's like, really though, you have to be a grown person when you're trying to get yourself together. You're not a kid anymore, and those days being a kid is long gone. Excuse me. So that was another thing that turned me away. So then it gets worse. I had to call my mom and have her come pick me up because I could not walk back to the house because it was just going to be too much for me. So I really didn't want to leave him at the store. And she got mad at me and she's like, "I'm not your taxi." Which I look, y'all, I totally understand that. I said, but I need you to come get me. It's not about him. It's about me. So, oops. I have all this. Okay. So, anyway, um, I, okay, he's never been married. He was close to getting married, but he broke up with this girl or whatever. So he's never been married before. And he was telling me, "I want us to have a baby." And he was telling me, "I want us to get married." And he said, "I want us to," what did he say, "get married by Christmas?" He said, "I want us to get married." No, he said, "I want us to move in together and get married by Christmas or be engaged by Christmas." Either one, I don't really remember. So I was like, then I was like, okay, you got those goals going on. So I was agreeing. I was in agreeing with it, but there was all these signs and flags. I was just like, so my son tells me there's something about him is off, and I was like, that's a bad sign. When your kids tell you no. Then my mom, y'all, when your parent meets somebody that you're trying to hang out with and they tell you no, you're either gonna listen or you're just gonna be dumb and be like, "I don't care what they say." But it's like, my mom's opinion matters, my children's opinion matters. And I was telling my best guy friend, because it's my best friend, he lives in Florida. I was telling him about him, and he's like, Desiree, no. So, and then another thing that I did not like was the fact that he has 4 kids by another girl. He hasn't seen his kids in literally, I want to say 3 months, and she will not let him talk to his kids. And that made me mad. And I was just like, it must be for a reason. So he's like, oh, well, every time I call her, she'll answer the phone, but she won't let me talk to them. And I'm like, so I'm just like, there's something, okay. So then, he got upset because last week, my mom and I, we went shopping for the kids for school. And he's like, I was on my way over there. I said, but I called you and I told you that I was about to tell you I was going to leave. So just give me a couple hours and then you could come over after that. And he didn't answer his phone, but then he called me back and I told him I'm about to leave and he gets mad. And I was like, he's like, where are you going? I was like, why? Because I'm thinking that he thought I was going to go hook up with another guy. Which I had been thoughts, but I was like, I'm not going to tell him that. So I did tell him about a friend of mine that I'm really close to, that doesn't live here. And he's like, I told him, I said, I care a lot about him. I said, I've known him for about 10 years. And like, my kids were in middle school years. So he gets upset. And he's like, well, where I come from, women don't have best friends that she calls a boo. And I was like, I said, so basically you don't understand me. So we got into an argument about that. And I was like, first of all, he don't live here. I said, second of all, I said, I'm telling you because I want you to know who my friends are. And I said, well, he and I are just friends. And he's like, what, you going to leave me for him? I was like, oh. I said, did I tell you that? But I did tell him that he might end up moving back out here. But then my best friend told me he's not. He might end up going and moving somewhere else. I kind of said things to see how he would react. Because if you don't have trust in your relationship, then you really don't have anything. That's just how I see it. So, last week, which was it Tuesday or Wednesday, was the last time I talked to him. I've called him to see, if he's okay, but I ain't heard from him. And I doubt I will. So it is what it is. And it's like, if he can accept the fact that I'm trying to get stuff together for myself so I can get back on my feet, and the way that I have to do it, then it's like he's not supportive of me and the things I'm trying to do. So anyways, I hope y'all like this story time about my crazy encounters. And if I was not on my cycle, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and actually, like that Friday, I don't remember exactly what day that was. Let me check, cause let me see. I'm trying to check the date. The last time I actually. Okay, so he came over here. It was on the 9th, and around that time I was on my cycle. And he was like, oh, but he did tell me, he said, oh, I'm not trying to, what did he say? I'm not trying to have sex or anything. And I was like, well, neither am I, because I don't even know you like that. But that night he came over here, that night, it was like, he was so trying, like, he was everywhere. And I believe it. No, he was everywhere, basically. So, oh, it was a mess, y'all. But anyways, like I said, I hope y'all enjoy this video. I dodged a bullet. That's all I'm going to say. And comment down below if y'all agree with me on that, because it's crazy. And you got to be real careful about who you're trying to be involved with and who you're trying to get to know, because like I said, he must have some serious issues, because I just couldn't deal. Like, I just could not deal. And it's like, I already have 2 teenagers to take care of right now. And it's like, I don't need to take care of no 37-year-old man who don't know how to get it together. So, alright, y'all. subscribe to my channel and come holler at a sister. Deuces.